So I got this email the other day, and I just want to ask you before I read you the email, would you drink oven cleaner? Would you drink degreasers? Yeah, I didn't think so. So I got this email from a lady, and I will read it to you, and then I'll unplug this so that I don't have this glare over here. But she wrote to me, and she asked me if I had any good resources for essential oils for pregnancy. And I wrote her back and gave her some ideas. And then this question really got me because I hear this all the time. I deal with this all the time, and it drives me crazy. Okay. The question is, this is what she's saying to me. I saw in one of your articles that it is not safe to put essential oils in water to drink. So I wrote that it is not safe, right? Can you tell me why this is and where you learned this? Everyone else I know that uses them does it. Now, I'm just going to make some conjectures here. I would imagine that the quote unquote everyone else that she knows who does it is probably linked in some way to an MLM essential oil company, because they do recommend putting drops of essential oil in your water to drink. And I'm just going to tell you right now, no. Okay, no, do not do that. And then we're going to get into the why. But first off, let me go ahead and unplug this. The reason I'm talking about this is because an awful lot of people feel like it's okay to drink their essential oils in water. It's not. It's absolutely not okay to do this. I have a certification in internal use, and I do use essential oils internally myself, but I know what I'm doing with them. And I don't only use them for acute situations and only when I need to. It's not a daily thing. So anyway, let's talk really fast. What is an essential oil? So an essential oil is basically a volatile plant compound. All right. It evaporates quickly. They're very concentrated, and they're not found in all plants. They're found in certain plant parts, and they're usually very aromatic, and they serve a function for the plant, either as a repellent or an attractant. In some form, there's a function. Scientists don't know what all the functions are, but basically an essential oil is a volatile oil, and people have found out how they can be extracted. So they're super concentrated. It's not like taking a plant and putting it in some alcohol and making a tincture. No, an essential oil is way more concentrated and way more powerful than that. So essential oils contain chemicals of various kinds, and they all have different makeups of different kinds of chemicals that help them to be wonderful for emotional well-being, physical well-being, different kinds of therapies actually that are aligned with these things. Essential oils are usually used in humans and in animals for mental and emotional well-being as well as physical well-being. So examples might be eucalyptus is a wonderful decongestant. Citrus oils are exceptional mood boosters and uplifters. You might want to use tea tree because tea tree has an amazing array of antimicrobial compounds, including antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. So you can see that there are many reasons why essential oils are so useful for us. And there's a number of different ways of using them on our body, including inhalation and topical use. And I just feel like you don't need to use them internally, and you shouldn't be. Essential oils are very popular these days, are becoming more and more popular in integrative medicine and in complementary health forms. So essential oils are gaining more and more popularity with the medical fields, far more than herbs are. Herbs and essential oils are unregulated by the FDA. It's one of those things where people learn about them and decide that they want to have natural health and wellness, and then they are going blind unless you get some training, okay? So I just want to mention that. If you haven't taken any herbal courses or aromatherapy courses, please don't be telling people what to do with the essential oils. It's just not an okay thing to do. So let's get down to brass tacks for a moment. Are essential oils safe to consume? Can you put them into your body in some way? So internal use is defined as consuming through your mouth, or putting a rectal or a vaginal suppository into your body. Those are different forms of internal use. And no lay person should be doing that at all. And that includes putting them in your water. All right. Don't put them in your water. So along the lines of the fact that, yes, they are safe to consume, I want you to think about this. The food industry uses essential oils in foods, but they use very small amounts. In fact, the essential oils that are used in foods are measured in parts per million. Okay, so that's tiny. It's not like when you suck on a peppermint, you're sucking on a whole drop of essential oil. That's not what you're doing. You're getting a little teeny tiny bit of the peppermint essential oil, and the food industry has that dialed in pretty well. Okay, because I hear that argument. The food manufacturers use clove and they use cinnamon, and they do. They use anise, they use peppermint, they use lavender, they use all kinds of essential oils, but they are being monitored, and they are measured in very precise and very small amounts. And when we put a whole drop of water or a whole drop of essential oil into a cup of water, that's a lot of essential oil. So let's talk about what happens to the essential oil when it hits the water. So essential oils are not soluble in water at all. That means they will float on the surface. And essentially what happens is when you drink the water, even if you stir it up, that essential oil is coming into direct contact with your mucous membranes. Okay. Now, that's through your whole entire GI tract. That's starting in your mouth, it's your throat, your esophagus, all the way down to your stomach. It hits your pyloric sphincter, it goes into your intestines, it comes out to your colon. It's the whole thing. And essential oils can definitely be very damaging over time to those mucous membranes, which your body needs. You can't function without healthy mucous membranes. It's impossible. So let's talk about some products that a chemical that's very common in a lot of essential oils, delimonene or delimonene, some people say, are found in. So delimonene is very pronounced in lemon. In fact, lemon essential oil can have 65 to 70% delimonene in it. Now, delimonene is a chemical that's used in commercial degreasers, it's used in cleansers, it's used in laundry products, it's used in heavy duty hand cleaners for men who work with oils, it's used in bathroom cleaners, oven cleaners. I think I already mentioned that it's a degreaser. If you've ever wanted to degrease something, use lemon essential oil, because it'll just break the grease down and you're not going to have to worry about it. And so I want you to imagine what that does, that chemical, when it's hitting your delicate and fragile mucous membranes. Okay. And it's in germicides, it's in so many different things. So I just wanted to share all this with you today and let you know, please don't put your essential oils into your water. Okay, if you feel like you must, let's talk about some ways that ingesting essential oils might be safe. If you know what you're doing, if you're very safe with the choice of essential oil that you're using and you know why you're using it, maybe. Okay, but work with a professional aromatherapist if that's the case. Please work with somebody who knows what they're doing with the essential oils. But some ways you might choose to use them would be in oil. If you put one drop of essential oil, like in a tablespoon of like olive oil, and mix it, it will solubilize into the olive oil, and you can take it that way if you need to. Now, one drop of essential oil is a lot. Okay, most people don't need a whole drop of essential oil. And I just want to say that's not recommended. In your bath water, even, don't put essential oils into your bath water. It's going to hit your skin, and some people have very bad skin reactions. I've seen it myself. You want to put the essential oil into something that will emulsify it, to solubilize it to an extent so that it can go into the water and disperse properly. So whole milk is good. You want to take a milk bath? Put some essential oils in your milk, stir it up, put that in your water. Maybe a little bit of soap. Scented soap might be something that you could use. Aloe vera gel might be helpful too, but you want to always put your essential oils in something else before you try to do anything with water, okay? So that's all I have to say about that today. So the lady wanted to know where I learned this, and as though I don't know. And I find this so funny. People will listen to the multi-level marketing distributors all day long, and yet they'll talk to somebody who's had years, people, I'm talking years of training at this point, and they'll go, do you really know what you're talking about? I think it's just so funny. Please don't use essential oils in your water. Don't. It's just not a good idea for a lot of reasons. Okay, I'm Heidi Villegas with Healing Harvest Homestead. I am going to go ahead and sign off. I'm going to take a whiff of my wonderful lemon essential oil. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to just explain to you that the chemicals in lemon essential oil, Delemon is one of them, actually serve to boost your white blood count. So it boosts your immune system. Smell it all day. Don't drink it. All right, I'm Heidi Villegas, Healing Harvest Homestead, and the School of Botanical Arts and Sciences. I hope you'll join us in a course and actually start learning how to use herbs and essential oils from a person who's actually trained. I just can't emphasize that enough. And I love you guys. Please subscribe, share this. If you have somebody you know who is drinking essential oils every day in their water, please share this, okay? Because who wants to drink degreaser? That's what you're doing. All right. I'll see you in the next video. It was a pleasure talking with you today.